Alright, almighty. Oh, God. Right. So, my fellow friends and drivers. So, tonight I'm totally fair, as you can hear. It's definitely me, fair. Um, no, Fear is not here tonight. He will be. I don't exactly know what he was doing, but he's just not here tonight. So I'm here now. Just here for the money, obviously. No, I'm joking. But yeah, no, I'm here jumping in for Fear because he can't be here tonight, and watch over you guys raising Austria. And yeah, um, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Austria being known for, well, the very the great amount of penalties you receive throughout a race. I think, especially the last sector with all the dirty air on this game, it's going to be quite interesting to watch how many penalties we're actually going to see from people. Um, then we have, well, I mean, it's going to be dry tonight, so no chance of rain. Then 3 long DRS straights. Um, so yeah, staying in staying in the DRS train is somewhat important here. And yeah, we shall see. I think who do I predict on pole? Well, I don't know who I would predict on pole, to be fair, since I think I'm going to predict one of the quicker cars, to be fair. I think it's going to be a Ferrari in my eyes. Top speed's somewhat important around a track that basically consists of DRS straights. Yeah, I think it's going to be Bailey or AHL, but we will see. Benzilla, to be fair, is also pretty quick. So we'll see who's on pole. Um, and yeah, tire wear is horrific around this track. So it's going to be very, very close between doing a 1 or a 2 stop. The pit lane is not crazy long, but since the lap also itself is not crazy long, you lose a fair amount of time. 36 laps is probably the longest. Yeah, no, I think it is the longest race on the calendar with 72 laps and 100%. So yeah, should be the longest, at least by amount of laps. And yeah. Hello, Hassan. But yeah, we'll see how interesting it will get. I have a high hope for a very, very tight qualifying, since realistic, at least when I raced in there, was, I mean, to be fair, I think we had the closest ever was, we had like 8 people in the same 10th. That was probably the closest we ever had. So I'm expecting a max gap of like 7/10 maybe between first and last. Considering also this track is very short, so the gaps shouldn't be crazy. And there's basically 4 corners on this track. So yeah. Crucial corners for qualifying, well, turn 1. Then, and the last 2, I think, are the most crucial ones to actually nail down. The rest itself, there's multiple actual lines to go through, but you need to maximize the last 2 and the first one. Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. Currently waiting, since people have some technical difficulties. That dude Jack is randomly Danish now. My friend Milan is in here. That's pretty good. My teammate from last season in ETS. Most of the people in here I know from. I definitely know, since I raced with every single one at some point. Yeah, Trouser, I raced in my first ETS season, my first realistic season. HL was my teammate in realistic last season. Benzilla, I raced in DTS. Jonathan Mooney, I currently race in DTS. Stiggy, I raced in realistic. Fierce Hot. Hi, Stiggy. At Tronzig, I raced the DTS last season. Bailey, I currently race at DTS. Denhorn, I raced at DTS 2 seasons ago. Hassan, I raced last season in DTS. Rumsky, I raced last season in DTS. Lemons, I raced last season in DTS. That dude Jack, I raced. Not last season, at least in the Super Bowl I raced him. Milan was my teammate. Zoltan is my current teammate in the ETS, but to be fair, not in the same lobby. Cookie is actually the only one I never raced in the same lobby. Yeah, Freitag I raced a few times in my long illustrated PGR career. But yeah, Cookie I actually didn't race. But yeah, to be fair, now shout out to Cookie's mom, who successfully made it into the lobby. A big shout out to her. Great job from her. Had a rub. Yeah. Blistering performance from her. So yeah. Fucking hell, Tuck. Yeah, here's one right here, Tuck. That is one. Where's the juice? Jesus Christ, Tuck. Well. Hello, Lemons. Yeah. What else can I tell you about this track? The track, I personally hate it. Because, well, it's super fucking boring. Then we have good old Manic in here now on the Coom Strat. Hello, Manic. Or Jack, however you want to call him. I personally call him something racist, what I can't say right now on stream. So, yeah, we just have to live with Jack now. Yeah, well, Lemons, I totally agree. I think this is just probably one of the DRS heaviest tracks on the game, and so it's DRS basically. For some reason, DRS makes overtaking literally impossible as long as you're in a train. Totally agree with you. That this track is somewhat ass. Chuck is saying very, very random shit. Tuck. Hi, Dale. My ginger. So, all these people in here are not going to be extending track limits everywhere to keep up. Oh yeah, Lemons, with your hindrance, that's going to be extremely annoying, especially in Sector 3, you know? Sector 3 with more fuel is not going to be fun, especially in a fucking Sauber. So yeah, good luck to you. But I think it's going to be harder than on any track. Hello, Mooney. You're looking forward to this, Mooney. Incredible. Why are you looking forward to this, Mooney? Tell me why. How are you looking forward to this, my friend? Wait. Bro just wants the extra comms fucking coverage. That's why. This McLaren is fun. Yeah, well, it's a quick car. Yeah? I can assure you that. I think Bedzilla also agrees. So yeah. To be fair, I think it's going to be either Ferrari or McLaren on pole, unless somebody whips it out of their ass. Benzilla, yeah. Hi. If I'm not completely wrong, maybe I messed it up. But Ben Schultz should be Benzilla. I hope, at least. That I did completely mess up. Tuck's washed. Well, I mean, we will see in about 3 minutes. Mag! Oh, for fuck's sake, I fucking mess it up every single time. I forgot your name was Ben as well. Oh, sorry, Mag. Rump looks like favorite football from practice. Rump is a favorite football. Well, to be fair, the Mercedes is pretty quick as well. But I think it's gonna. To be fair, personally, I think the Ferraris is probably the better car on this track. Tuck is washed, yeah. Tuck, you're saying that, and you're randomly gonna be on pole for no reason. Yeah. Sorry, Mark. To be fair, but to be fair, normally we race each other on any track, so I normally don't have you in my comment section on my live chat. So yeah, 90% of the time we're in the same lobby, so that happens. So obviously Tuck's going to be on pole tonight. It's going to do a 103.7. We all know that's going to happen. Yeah. No, I think they're going to see one or two people in the 103, and yeah, the rest will be somewhere around the low fours. I think that's somewhat what it's going to be. But yeah, someone's going to do a 3. I have a feeling somebody's going to do a 3. No, Tuck. We all know you are just sandbagging in practice now. And yeah, I'm just going to continue what Jack is doing the entire day and saying, Tuck is doing lower wings than you, Hassan. There's nobody on this planet that can run lower wings than you, Hassan. The racism. No, Noodles did not pay me to crash out on Zandvoort. No, I randomly got full throttle input from the game, that's why I crashed. That's, well, sadly down to just a game error. That was down to nothing. Just happens. Hello, HL. Hello, Hassan. And hello, Leonard. Yeah, no. No, Noodles didn't pay me. Noodles couldn't pay that. Just my own or the game's fault, however you want to put it. But yeah, it is what it is. Zoltan or Lemons on pole? I don't. To be fair, even though I think if this would be equal for performance, Lemons would be on pole by a mile. Lemons in a Sauber with a hindrance, I doubt he's going to be on pole. And if he does it, I'm going to be very impressed. But I don't think Lemons is going to be on pole. With a Sauber and a hindrance on top, I doubt there's going to be a way for him to do that. F1 Power Grid Racing League can send me videos. Ah, hello. Hello, F1 Power Grid Racing League. How are you doing? I guess that's Hilly, no? Or who is that? Stiggy in top 5. Oh, Zoltan! Sorry. Hi, Zoltan. My DTS teammate. I can't believe it. How are you doing, mate? Stiggy in the top 5. Depends if he actually takes it serious. Stiggy could be between 5th or 15th, and it matters how serious he takes this. I could see Stiggy in the top 5. I could also see him 18th for no reason. That's always the same. Depends how serious Stiggy takes this tonight. Hello, Stiggy. What do you mean I'm shit? Okay, so Stiggy's going to be between 15th and 12th. No, Stiggy, you're not shit. You're just washed. I'm running 2 laps over fuel in a race at 15 kilos a quad. Oh, well, you are gonna suffer. Alright, I'm sorry, Stiggy. I didn't know you had a massive hindrance as well. So yeah, Stiggy's gonna be up near the bottom. Stiggy, obviously you're washed, mate. I fucking hope so, you people wash. Nerfed. Stiggy in the Mini Cooper. So Stiggy, how much, how many Mini Coopers do you think would you need to actually drive one? Like, do you just weld 2 Mini Coopers together to actually fit in one, or how do you do it? Because you're like, it's incredible how tall you are as well. It's not like you're fucking massive, mate. I can now abuse my power of being in the comms box and just abuse you. Finally, after all these years, it's the only reason I ever do comms, just to abuse people. I'm mainly here to abuse Tuck, but to be fair, yeah, Stiggy, you're catching strays now. So, qualifying. About 10 minutes late, but to be fair, with all the complications we're at, somewhat expected. Yeah, we shall see how this works out. Random Milan pole, who knows? It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be very important throughout the race. Who can avoid track limits? Because yeah, this track is probably not going to have a crazy amount of safety cars, but it does tend to have some, and we're definitely going to see. I think we're definitely going to see at least one safety car. Anyways, is anybody on a quali ban? I don't know. Let's have a look. Is anyone on a quali ban? Cookie is. Cookie's on. But he's not here. Oh yeah, true. Maybe his mum disqualifies him. Ask his mum just to drive out with a setup and then park it in the pit exit. Is anybody going to come from the fucking pit lane? Oh, there's someone. I think it's an Aston. Is it Trials or Tug? It is Tug. Tug's going to be the first person on track. And We shall see what Mr. Oh, I'm going to be last. Well, he's going to position himself on the grid. So, Tuck is currently probably one of the drivers in the league that has improved by the biggest margin, who randomly decided to fight for wins where he shouldn't, so hats off to him. And obviously we are hoping now that this form continues, because we would never slander anyone for being good. Die. And yeah, we shall see. Tucker's going to be the first person on the fast lap. Can he keep it valid? Who knows? Oh yeah, just jump on board here. Does Tucker validate in the last corner? No, he doesn't, so he's actually going to be on a lap. Well, turn 1 didn't look too shabby. Now up into turn 3. It's far on the outside, clips the inside curb. Bit of wheel spinning there on the exit of turn 3, but oh, it goes a bit deep there. Now into the double left. Purple second sector, who would have thought? Oh, it clips that inside curb, and now he invalidated. Looked like a decent run, to be fair. Let's have a look at Stiggy. Oh my god, the tank is driving around the corner. He's half a second slower than Tuck was. Oh, Stiggy! Oh my god! A 1044 by Intronsic. Stiggy goes across the line with a 1050. My god. That V-Cup looks like it's a fucking tank. My god. Trouser Schnauzer does an identical time with Intronsic. 1044.2. So, it's as close as I expected it to be. At least for now. Bab starts his next swap lap, then Horn. Keeps it on tracks. For now, goes across the line, 104.8 into P3. Rump. What's Fishy doing? What is Fishy doing? Now into the double left. 44.4 by that dude Jack. 44.4. A 4.4 by that dude Jack. And Zoltan was a 4.5. Bailey was a 4.8. What is Rumsky putting across the line? To the line, Rumsky goes as a 4.2. So far, the fastest lap by about 2/10. That's a great lap from him. But also, Tuck was 2/10 quicker till sector 2 before he invalidated. So Tuck is in the threes. If my math is mathin'. Did Tuck go into the pit lane or did he finish the lap? Yeah, he stopped. 28.8. Rumsey did a 28.8, a 15.8. Yeah, Tuck was 2/10 quicker in sector 1. Yeah. So, in theory, if Tuck would have finished this lap, he would be on a 4.0 or 3. Just saying. For Mr. Tuck, oh, I'm shit. I'm not going to be near the front. Yeah. Zoltan, my god. What a route. jumps over the first corner. Michel's not at a quick lap. Stiggy is also not. Hassan is doing a long run. Benzilla goes second with a 4.2. Jonathan Mooney is about to start his hot lap. The Irishman. Whoa. Well, it's close to being invalidated before the lap started. Can anyone even beat Tuckstein in Sector 1? No. How on earth was Tuck 2 times quicker in Sector 1? Oh, Mooney goes completely sideways out of turn 3. Stays a bit closer to the apex there. Jonathan Mooney. Goes a bit deep. 44.9. That's a quick lap. No, it's not. Sorry. I'm mistaken it. Whoa, Mooney! Barely doesn't invalidate, but that last corner cost him a lot. A 4.8. That is, well, shambles. That now on a quick run. 45.1. If he does a better last corner, he could be around the 4.6. Oh my god. How was that not invalidated? There's a 4.6! Sam is still driving. Briar took invalidated again. Probably in turn 1. Speckbelk. Good old Milan also doing a second outlap. Let's have a look at Tuck the Slugger here. Whoa. Apex is optional for Tuck. 15.8. Cannot replicate his first time. Oh, gets a bit of cleaner exit than somebody else, but still not the greatest exit there. Down into turn 4. What the fuck is that line? Well, that was something. Milan now on a quick run. Into turn 4, Milan clips the inside curb. Let's see how he does. Into the double left. Oh, he goes a bit deep. Oh, 44.9, they're just decent. How does he not validate? Incredible. Should be a 4.5. Oh, what is that, Milan? What on earth are you doing? Lemon starting his lap. Oh, hits it clean over the first corner. But yeah, it looks like he's driving a bus. 15.7. So quickest valid sector 1 time we've had so far. If he brings it across the line. Tuck's 15.6 was invalidated in sector 2. So theoretically, if Lemons brings this across the line, this is the quickest valid first sector. Sector 2, 44.6. This is quick. Can we see somebody with an incredible hindrance and a Sauber far front into the last corner? He goes. He pushes that truck onto P3. How on earth? How on earth? 4.1 from Rumsky. So far the quickest time. Mooney now on this quick run. Up the hill, 60.0. What else can we see here? Is somebody gonna chef something together? Oh, he also goes a bit deep there. 45.1, yeah. It's not a great run. Charles goes second with 4.2. 4.7 from Mooney. Improved by around 2/10 in the last corner. Mr. Cookie now coming over pit lane. Oh, mate. Cookie, I know that you've been late for various reasons, so yeah. Just don't impede someone or fuck someone over and then you should be fine. Good old Mr. Cookie now on his lap. On his out lap just to confirm the setup. Obviously has a quali ban, but because it was home so late, he, yeah, had to wait. Charles Schnauzer, no one is in that. Incredible how Lemons is fourth. Don't know how he does it. He's on another run. He is on another run. Oh, he's going into this. Sultan. Also going into the pit lane. Milan now into P6 with 4.3. It is very close. Stiggy. What can Mr. Stiggy do? Stiggy does a 4.8. 3/10 down on his previous time. Bab. Oh, almost loses it on the curb. Does a 4.1. Goes on to P2. What a lap from Bab. Benzilla's up 3/10. Can Benzilla be the first person in the 103s? Sends his car into the last corner. That looks like a decent exit and it could be the worst 103. It is a 103.9 from Benzilla, who's now the first person in the 103s. What a lap from him. That McLaren looked very stable for the last few corners. I don't know what that Jack is doing. Well, 4.8. But well, I think everybody's now going to dive into the pit lane. I don't know why that Jack kept going. Because he was already invalidated. But, well, Mooney now on his outlap. And I think he's going to run into some heavy impeding, so I guess he's going to do 2 outlaps. Which, in my opinion, doesn't really work around here, because the tires degrade too quickly. But hey, I might just be wrong. I might just be wrong. I was trying to think when he's going to start his lap now. There's going to be a lot of traffic if he does now. Oh, he does. He's going on a lap. There is at least 2 people behind turn 1. There's currently 2 people in the pit exit. Mooney now going up into Turn 3 with 15.8, improves his own time by 2 tenths. Gets a better exit than last time. Cookie is by now retired because of his qualifying ban. Into turn 4, there's a car in front of him. That could somewhat impede him in sector 2, but let's hope for the best here. Mooney sticks better to the apex this time. What time can he do? 44.7, that's a pretty decent time here in sector 2. If he now nails the last sector, we could see a very big improvement from Jonathan Mooney here. Into the double right. First double right looks decent. Second part into the last corner also looked okay. What is he doing? A 4.4 into P9 he goes. 3.5 tenths improvement. Bailey now a tenth up after sector 1. Into turn 4. Oh, it doesn't go far out. So can he keep it to the apex here? He stays close to the apex, a bit closer than Mooney. 45.0, he lost a lot. Back to Jack, retired in the pit lane. Didn't make it out in time. Can Bailey gain something in the last sector? He invalidates. And now I have no clue who to watch. I think Lemons is the next person. Lemons is up half a tenth. Bailey retired in the pits. No, on track. But it doesn't matter. Time is over. Benzilla didn't improve again, obviously. Lemons does a 4.2 up into P4. Great run from him. 103.9 from Rump. Zoltan does a 4.1 into P3. Trouser invalidated. Milan goes into P7. Freitag finally did a time, it was a 4.4. And Mooney won't do another time. Denhorn finishes lap into P16. And yeah, Trouser Schnauzer has invalidated, has he? No, he just messed it up and decided to not bother. So, I predicted Benzilla to be far up, to be fair. The rest, what happened to Cookie? Yeah, Cookie has a quali van dodger. Yeah, it's a crazy close field. So yeah, between P1 and P16, so last is now 9 tenths, which is incredibly close. To make it even closer, between P1 and P13, we have half a second. A second and 1,000. Half a second and 1,000. So this grid is super close. And yeah, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So Benzilla and Rump, yeah, P3 to P7 is incredibly close. So it is incredibly close for the race. And yeah, realistically, once again proves how close a grid can be. And yeah, absolutely incredible. Denhorn's a bit off, but to be fair, Denhorn is also here on a short notice. So hats off to him. Stiggy's, as predicted for me, between 12th and 15th. And yeah, we're going to see an interesting race, to be fair. But to be fair, Stiggy's driving a very understeer heavy car with extra fuel. So that probably doesn't work in his favor on this track. Just to be a bit fair to Stiggy here. Yeah. This track is mostly... It's a very, very split. If you can do a one-stop, and you are still quick with saving your tires, a one-stop is quicker. If you have to drop massive amounts of pace to save your tires, the two-stop is probably quicker. But it's incredibly close in between the two. And it's most of the time down to strategy, as how many cars do I have to overtake to make my strategy work. Can I even overtake? Or is it just one massive train? If it's just one massive train, it's always better to do the one stop. If the grid is a bit more split out, you can do a good two stop, but yeah. To be fair, I didn't race this track for a long time, so I don't know how horrendous the tire wear actually is around this track. Netherlands massively improved with the tire wear. So before I could easily do a one stop, now it's actually a bit sweaty to do a one stop around Zandvoort, so maybe the same thing happened to Austria. Yeah, thanks Milan. Good luck to you with your race. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Benzelo and Rome showed that they are a bit quicker than the rest in qualifying. Let's see if they can also show that in the race, or if they are going to struggle. I see Rumsky is starting on the hard tires. Well, we will go through all the tires. So, well, that's pretty simple. Benzelo starting on pole on mediums. Rumsky starting on hards in P2. The entirety of the grid behind him until P16, till Denhorn, is on mediums, and Mr. Cookie's on softs, who is going to be a man on a mission today with his Sauber to gain some positions. And to be fair, I respect the softs if he doesn't drive like a maniac. But to be fair, he has nothing to lose. He can only gain positions. Might as well just slap on the softs and see. So yeah, fair shout to him. But hopefully he only makes places and doesn't kill anyone. Anyways, yeah, Rumsky. It's going to be interesting to see if he can keep up with Benzelo, or is he going to drop? To be fair, Zoltan next to him. Also going to be a bit hard to defend, since Zoltan is a very, very quick driver. Bab showed that he was quick in qualifying with that Red Bull. Lemons also, not to forget, a P5 trouser, who is probably one of the more conservative drivers around here. He's probably going to focus more on his tyre wear and not getting a lot of penalties, so he's just probably going to swim around the train. Milan could be interesting to watch, as he's a pretty confident overtaker. And Tronzik as well. Datu Jack is also going to probably try to overtake. And yeah, that's going to be all for now. Tuck and Stiggy, whatever what on earth is Stiggy doing? What is that parking, Stiggy? What the fuck are you doing? Anyways, the lights are all about to turn on, and they are. Oh, Bailey gets a drive through it. It's go, go, go. Rumsky got a great launch off the line. There's contact. Bailey has retired. Bailey has retired on track. Bailey has retired on track. Oh, that's unfortunate. Now Lemons on the back of Zoltan. Side by side, is Bab gonna make it 3 wide into the corner? No, he's not. Zoltan stays in P3. Charles are now on 7 side by side with Milan into the double left. Milan has to let him go, and all the choice there for him. Mr. Cookie up 4 positions. And the front two are a bit breaking free. Prefer it's also down to Zoltan and Lemons fighting. And now the DRS is open. Will we see a move into turn 3 here? Oh, there's a move from Hassan Toya on his teammate. Tires, nobody cares about tires. That's him. There's only 2 different tire sets. Everybody else is on mediums. Rumsky's on hards, and Mr. Cookie's on softs, everybody else is on mediums. First don't matter. But hello, Chris. Welcome to the stream. Now Stiggy trying to go for a move, but then Tronzig into the last two corners. He doesn't go for it, but just showed his nose there. Cookie. Trying to get a move done. Somewhere sensible. Or not. His softs are probably already worsening. Don't know now in the pits. Did we see any outrageous maneuvers? I mean, we always see somebody pulling out, but we never see somebody actually trying to stick their noses somewhere and actually going for a move. Pretty safe and clean racing for now. Except for whatever happened in turn 1. Rooney is now starting to get quicker than Cookie on the softs. Oh, Cookie goes wide. Cookie goes wide. What can Mooney do? Not a lot. But Mooney... Oh, Mooney goes a bit sideways there. And Bab is now losing the train. Trouser has to get past now. Otherwise he's going to lose it. Bab goes deep. And off the track, Milan and Trouser go through. Is Jack going to get through? No, he's not. But now Trouser is second and a bit more than second down onto the cars in front. One of them is Lemons. Now Milan hopes that Trouser somehow catches the cars. But with the dirtier for Lemons, it shouldn't be that much of an issue. Yeah, it's over 10 that he is missing. Oh, he ever so slightly didn't get it. No, he didn't get it. Oh, it's now 18,000s again if he didn't get it. 18,000s. Charles missed DRS twice by 18,000ths of a second. That is... Oh, Milan goes deep! Oh, and that Bappen, that Milan come together. Benzilla loses the lead to Rumsky. Well, that wasn't the cleanest move. That gains... Yeah, Rump is now leading with his hard tires. Followed by Benzilla. And Zoltan. Schnauzer now. Can he get into DRS or not? He's officially in it at the moment. Can he keep it there? He can. Now he's in DRS. He's now part of the leading train. Bab has to get in it now. As Mr. Cookie's going to pit lane with his old softs. We're going to see anything at the lead. No, nothing else. As Datu Jack overtakes his teammate. So yeah. Petronza currently being the closest to Bab. Trying to find his way through there. So yeah, we currently have 5 cars in the front in the first train. Not a single warning. Not a single penalty so far. Except for Bailey's drive-through at the start. Yeah. Seems like there's going to be no way past there. Santoria can barely get the car to stop. And Rumsky can start picking up the pace at the front. He's currently trying to increase the gap. The mediums don't look great anymore, I can tell you that much. And the gap between Trouser and Batu Jack is getting bigger and bigger every lap. Batu Jack's the first one to receive a penalty. HL goes into pit lane. Just teleported. Batu Jack is losing more and more time. It's now almost 3 seconds of the cars in front. Zoltan is the second person to receive a penalty. As Lemons and Charles are going through the pit lane. Oh, a lot of people diving in the pits, Siggy's in the pits. Trontic still can't get fast. Whoa! Rob will definitely not go into the pit lane, but then Zilla and Zoltan should start thinking about it. And Trondik's in the pits. Tug has a dead tire. Yeah, basically everybody went into hard. Semi-expected though. HL now with the fast lap. And now they're still closing the gaps. So obviously Trouser and Lemons are closing the gap to the train. But I would probably say they are already net leaders, these two. I would say they've already overtaken Benzilla, Zoltan and Rump. Zoltan will definitely enter the pit lane this lap, as he's now out of the DRS. And will try to get back in there with an undercut. Hello, Bliff! No, Zoltan stays out for another lap. So I guess Zoltan's going to try to do a one-stop. Hassan in the pit lane. Hey, Bliff! How you doing? Fight of the two Jacks. Bath receives 3 seconds. Now, can Benzilla re-overtake Rump? No, he can't with that exit. Not with that exit. Can the Schnauzer go for a move? Then Horn receives 3 seconds. You missed. Bailey received a drive-through at the race start and retired on track after before turn 1. And yeah, Rump and Benzilla are having a nice battle for the win at the moment. While Rump is currently on hards and Benzilla's on mediums. Tuck got shafted at the start and is now into P6, but wasn't at in the pits by now. Yeah, and Lemons and Trouser are definitely on a 2-stop, because I doubt they will do 27 laps on hards. So I guess they're doing medium hard, but they are currently catching every single car on track and are currently net leaders. Yeah, that's about it. Nothing much, to be fair. We didn't have a safety car so far. However, it's now starting to roll in with all the track limits. But yeah, nothing major happened. The obvious little turn 1 crash. But yeah. Stiggy and Cookie. It's now 4-man train. Fighting for P9. I mean, if Trouser is somewhat intelligent, he will just stay behind Lemons the entire time, just wait for Lemons to drag him up to the front. So, yeah, Trouser will just stay in his position the entire race. Milan might go for a move now, with 4 attempts. No, Milan won't go for a move here. If he gets a good exit, he might, but... Oh, 4 tens. Can he go for it? No. He won't. I'll go back to this train. Yeah, HL with Ferrari should have not much of a problem to keep Sticky away from him. Fuck you, Wiggy. How you doing, Wiggy? Tough enters the pit lane, Wiggy. Good to hear, Wiggy. Good to hear. Can Stiggy now try and go for a move into turn 3? JT's still in quali. Yeah, it's because he's a homosexual. It's because the Div 2 drivers are not as bitchy as the Div 1 drivers. That's why. And Stiggy went for a move and I missed it. For fuck's sake. JT's game pass it on, yeah. Well, JT is a homosexual, yes. I would say that is the truth. I mean, he's literally called Gay Tyler. You know? What else can you say? Zoltan's down the pit lane. Pass JT on. No, we're not passing JT. We're not passing JT around. We're not doing that here. So, Plev, did you get piss out drunk today, or are you just still? If you had a schnauzer for every trouser you saw today, well, that is true. Oh my God. Was that you saying you want to watch Trouser? Statue Jack is just... So we now have all 3 Jacks in this lobby in the same position. So Jack let Jack and Jack go. And Jack is now following Jack. I think I'd have 6. Jesus. As Rump enters the pit lane and Benzilla. Rump entered the pit lane with hards while Benzilla is on mediums. The only drink I had was a voucher from the hotel. I thought you're sick the entire week. How the fuck are you spending money, bro? As Jack and Jack are currently leading the race. And Stiggy in P3. But to be fair, Rump 2-stop. Yeah, Rump will definitely be on a 2-stop as he's now on his second hard. Benzilla's trying the 1-stop. Benzilla had a horrible stop. If I had a Jack for every Jack in the lobby, I'd have 3 Jacks. Yeah, that's very true. That is very much true. As Rumble took bad. So you did have a drink, Plef. Stop fucking lying. Plef lying to me. Incredible. So my educated guess would be that the 2 Jacks up front are going to pit around lap 23 to 22. Maybe a bit earlier, to be fair, with less fuel. So from lap 20 to lap 23, I think that's the roundabout the pit window. I had a vodka cocktail in a hotel from a voucher. Mate. Plef. Zoltan should be on no line, yes. As HL takes back their position. Oh my words, what is going on here? That is something, and then Tronzik does a nice little half spin. And now Benzilla is charging through. Oh my god, that is massive back here. It is unfair that the Jacks in the race have their own Jackman in the pit. No, to be fair, every Jack has a Jackman, as every other driver, and here also has a Jackman, so... it would be kind of unfair if Jack had to be the Jackman himself, no? Mr. Cookie received 3 seconds. Do you think Jack doesn't need a Jackman? Well, I think Jack needs a Jackman, just like everybody else needs a Jackman. I mean, probably they also Jackman, but... they're Jackman. Yeah, well, I mean, I think a Jackman is very important in Formula 1, though. But I think Jack also jacks man. Off. My god. They've now started to absolutely go ballistic. Hugh Jackman, yeah. Yeah, I know who Jackman... I know who Hugh Jackman is, mate. Right? You don't need to tell me. That dude Wolverine, my god. He's also the greatest showman. So can go fast up into the last 2 corners. That's Benzilla and Hatsatoya going at it. Trials of Wolverine. Jackman. Whoa, what? Hassan! What is that maneuver? Oh my god. That cost Benzilla a lot. It's nice to come out of a zipper. Bro's a unicorn. Just one single horn. As Denhorn almost stalls his engine in the middle of a corner. That was pretty fun. Well, Benzilla now behind Zoltan after a very adventurous maneuver. Unicorn Kurante. Jesus. After a very adventurous move from Hassan Toya, Zoltan now on the charge here. Sixes nose down the inside. Is there contact? No, there's not. Zoltan now getting past Hassan Toya. Can Benzilla get past as well? No, he cannot. As Milan is getting past Cookie. Both with a little bit of a sideway entry there. Benzilla now gets past Hassan Toya. I think that is Hassan Toya. I think that is Hassan Toya saying sorry to Benzilla for that move earlier. But to be fair, the damage is done now. But I think Benzilla will appreciate it. Benzilla with a good exit could get past Zoltan. Same thing Danny says to Diablo and the ETS. Well, I think you need to ask Danny. But at least, Plev, I can say I'm also not outliving the Danny curse. Then on receives another 3-second penalty as HL enters the pit lane. What do you mean, wow? It's the truth. I can't outlive the Denny curse as well. As Benzilla now gets past Zoltan. We're into turn 3. Zoltan gets a better exit. Also gets DRS. Oh, good pass. Shame on you, Denny. Yeah, sure, Denny's on holiday again as well. So I might survive for a week. Denno now with a fast slap. And now the two Jacks are in the pit lane. And Rump is back to leading the race. Who will also have to go back into a medium tyre. Tyres. What do you mean tyres? There, everybody on hards. You happy now? Robski has to pit again because he started on hards. The rest is somewhat uninteresting. How the pins looking like? 7 so far. "13 laps more to go." And Zulu and Zoltan so going for it. Hassan now in the pit lane. We still have to get their tires to the end though. For a took 3 seconds. The thing with Benzilla and Zoltan is they would have to one-stop. But yeah. That dude Jack is letting all the Jacks go. But really do not. No. Oh, there's almost some contact. Zoltan still fighting. But Zilla and Zoltan would have to complete the one stop. But yeah. Let's see who could finish from her. Zilla now. Let's just go into these while I'm looking. So, theoretically speaking, Rump has to pit again because he started on hards. Milan could. Benzilla could. Tuck. Whoa. Could, theoretically. Lemons will. Trouser can and has to. Mooney won't, because he's now already on 15 laps. Yeah, the rest pitted again. Can I just like not get a nose perspective? And I think Mooney binned it. Yeah. Mooney binned it. Oh, poor Mooney. Milan in the pits. Yeah, I think only a 10-second in the pit lane from Milan. Aye. Mooney entering the pit lane. Completely destroyed front wing. Poor guy. Cookie fastest lap. Lemon 3 seconds. And Fryer Tuck and Trouser going past Lemons. Double overtake from Aston Martin. As Trouser is currently net P3. Tuck was already on 10 lap old hards. Could probably finish Jack for the win. I think Benzilla can pull off the one stop just like the old time. So Jack first would have to close the gap down, as Tuck has just lost it. 3 seconds for Zoltan. Did Tuck lose it or did he get taken out? I left these two for a second. Well, now it's two Jacks back behind each other. Good to see. Three Jacks, yeah. We're running with 3 Jacks. Rump down the pit lane. Benzilla for now back in the lead. As the 3 Jacks are behind each other. Zoltan 6 seconds of pens, yeah. It is a bit of a shame. But to be fair, this track tends to get people out of penalties, so nothing new to be fair. As Hassan tries to go for a move around the outside of Bab. Gets the move done. I think Manic... Yeah, it's more of a question is, can he overtake Benzilla? Well, Benzilla also got 3 seconds now. The worst thing is, I talked to Jack before the race and I absolutely predicted this shit to happen. That is the worst part. Anyways. Lemons is now back past Trouser. But Trouser gets DRS. But I think Trouser now wants Lemons to pull him. Let's see if that works out. These two have the way better tyre. Hassan Toyo 3 seconds. As Bab lets Hassan Toyo go. And Brian Charles gets retired in the pit lane. Mr. Cookie gets 3 seconds. And that dude Jack is forcing Rumsky off the track. Great job there from Stiggy to let him go there. That dude Jack goes steep and he's pushing Rumsky into the gravel. Oh my lord. What a horrible way to defend your position. And Stiggy says, thanks guys. Randomly up into P5. What a race from Stiggy this has been so far. Absolute brutal maneuver there from that dude Jack against Rumsky. As the 3 Jacks. Oh, not the 3 Jacks. Same thing as in Legacy and Spa. Well, happens. Now Lemons at the back of Zoltan. They're side by side into turn 3. Lemons is past. Both drivers didn't get DRS. Jack is going past Zoltan as well. And now it's only Benzilla. Only Benzilla up the front. Fucking hell, Jack. HL left the session. All these Jacks. Tuck. What on earth did you do? Oh, no, no. You come here, you weird, stinky fucking bastard. You come here. You come here, where are you? You have some explaining to do here, Tuck. As the child gets past Montoya. You stinky bastard.
Hello, you German fuckwit.
What on earth did you do?
Right, so I snatched my brake, right?
You snatched your brake?
Yeah, fucking a little bit too much, so I went straight on and fucking I hit the wall. So I went into the pits and it didn't change my fucking wing. So I came around again, it didn't change my wing again.
Zoltan just absolutely dropped it.
So I was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Like,
I just wanted to point out your theoretical best time would have been enough for pole if you actually would have hooked up one lap.
I know.
Nobody ever beat your first sector.
No, I know.
Just wanted to say that, just rub it in a bit more.
Mate, I reckon if I'd put that first lap in, that would have been the pole lap.
Yeah.
I was absolutely flying until that final bit, and
So,
then I got in my own head.
So, just to curse Jack now, because he does that to me every single race. Do you know what I said, what I was talking about with Jack before the race?
What?
The most normal trouser schnauzer win in PGR is just this fucker's randomly in P5. To be fair, I said P5. And then he wins because he doesn't have any fucking time pen.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on right now?
Yeah.
He's currently net leader because he doesn't have a penalty.
Well, Rump's gonna be a bit fucking peeved. That looked like an awful fucking late break from Jack.
Not only did he get pushed off in turn 3 before, and he just gets put in the gravel a turn later.
And you saw the gravel one, that was fucking mental.
HL wants an invite. Sure. If I have you, my friend, Tuck can probably invite you.
Oh, I can?
Because I don't think I have you on my friends list. Tuck will do it for you. SHL's entering the pit lane right now.
I'm pretty sure I've got HL.
Yeah. Let me have a look. HL.
Oh, I just got a friend request from him.
Nice. Well, then you do it. And Trousers now currently... Rump is now back into P4. Massive pace from him. And Tronzik getting past Zoltan. Hassan getting past Zoltan. Zoltan is dropping down the order.
There you go, HL.
Oh, Zoltan dropped it! Zoltan!
Didn't he say before the race that he was doing that?
He's got a puncture on the rear left! Zoltan's on the puncture! 2 laps from the end! Oh. Well. That's horrendous. 105.7 from that dude. Jack's going to be the fastest lap today. Is Benzilla going to strike similar fate on the last lap? With that broken tyre.
Jack's doing well to keep in Lemon's DRS.
Well, Jack and Jack.
Jack and Jack. Jack off.
Yeah.
Brumsky will feel very pissed off, I'd imagine.
How many penalties did you have to?
6 seconds, mate.
Oh, so we're currently on 13.
I fucking hate this track.
I would need 1 more to get my prediction true.
Such an AIDS track.
Whoever's watching the stream, can they just get 1 additional track limit for me? So, Benzilla is going to cross the line first, but will probably not take the win. Lemons is going to cross the line second, and it's third, and Trouser Schnauzer gets the Trouser Schnauzer win, finishes third on track, and doesn't have a penalty, and is now back in P1. What a great race, also from Stiggy. Malahan gets 10, didn't do his 10 seconds. Oh my god, yeah, he didn't pit, that's why. That dude Jack tries to kill himself. Cookie did kill himself. Across the line. Mooney. Around the last corner. Stays penalty free in P12. And now I just need one more person to get a penalty. Please give me one.
Are they all done?
Yeah. Oh, Zoltan's still going with his broken tire. Just limping home. What the fuck is that? Zoltan made it home. Maybe not in one piece, but he made it home. Yeah, well, Trouser Schnauzer with the most Trouser Schnauzer kind of win. Well, I predicted Benzilla in the top 3, at least that was correct, but sadly not in the correct order. Fastest lap time was a 5.7, I predicted a 5.9. At least there wasn't 5 DNFs. And there was only 13 track limits and not 50, not 14. Oh, well. Well. Stiggy, I think, is a very deserved driver of the day for bringing that fucking truck of a car up into P5. I think that is a very deserved driver of the day. Well, that was a very interesting race. Yeah, Bailey retired on track via pause menu, so Tuck, you can have the honors of doing that.
What's that?
Yeah, Benzilla retired on track in turn 1 via pause menu. Yeah, just snitching right here. Obviously Bailey, not Benzilla. But yeah, no, a good race to be fair.
Finished the race.
No. I obviously mean Bailey that got a drive-through, and then retired before the first corner was done. Yeah. Anyways, that was a somewhat exciting race around Austria. So I did Austria and Qatar, and I saw somewhat interesting races. I think it's just me. I just get the interesting races. Anyways, well, Turk, go fuck yourself.
Fuck your P3.
Have a good one.